Alright, so I lost the starting roll, which was actually great for me, because what this is going to do is it's going to allow me to place 3 objectives really deep in my end. So you'll notice I saved that back little corner to place the 3rd objective. I'm thinking, great, I'm playing Skaven, I want to hold objectives, I'm longboarded, so he's far away from me. At this point, I'm feeling really good about my gameplay. So I get Supremacy in my opening hand. The other 2 objectives weren't great, but I figured I'm not going to turn down a nice easy 3 glory. So we go through the deployment phase, and you're going to notice that I place the Lurking Skaven in the furthest position possible. And I do that when I play Skaven because he's like the ultimate bait character. He's never going to be great on you for offense, but he starts with 2 dodge even without being inspired. And that's just awesome. You'd be amazed at how many times that 2 dodge will block that first attack coming in, really frustrate your opponent, and save you giving up glory, and also just continue to bait him and force him to play other attacks on him. So as round 1 is kicking off, I'm seeing that he's just sitting back and discarding 4 objectives now. I'm feeling pretty good, thinking he's basically bricking his hand. So I just continue to do the nice easy passive thing, take my first 3 activations and just move on to objectives. I'm just going to focus on scoring that supremacy. So all is going well. I play improvisation simply because I didn't have any push tech to make sure I scored supremacy, and I really wanted to have that. So this is where he throws the first curveball at me. Hidden Pass comes into my end. I freak out a little bit, so I decide to use my Hidden Pass to get beside him, so that way I've got an extra support when I'm making those defense rolls. So, first attack, boom, knocks out my rat. So that was unfortunate, but I'm thinking, it's okay, I still have an activation, I'll just get back onto the objective. No big deal, I can afford to give up 1 glory. So I move onto the objective, but here's where I made a critical mistake. I don't know why I didn't charge. I really should have attacked him when I moved on to that objective, trying to knock him back 1. And by not charging and taking the chance for that attack, I set myself up to get absolutely worked over. He had priority sequence for playing push cards, so he got to push onto the objective before I could play my sidestep. This denied me supremacy, and my other 2 objectives were just duds. So I went through round 1 scoring absolutely nothing. Then it gets to his scoring, and tick, 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 3 objectives, 5 glory. He's off to a dominating lead. So you'll notice right there in the end phase, he equipped the Shade Glass Dagger. He's going to then try and assassinate my leader, because that dagger does 3 damage as a base, but if you roll a critical, it does 4 damage. Thankfully, he missed this attack. That was the TSN turning point for me to make sure I didn't get taken out of this game too early. So I'm still behind him by 5 glory, but I'm thinking, hey, all is well. I've got defensive strike, and I've got Skritch is the greatest. All I got to do is take this guy out, and he's already charged, so he can't continue to do anything. So first attack was very successful. I do 2 damage, thinking, awesome. I have 3 more attacks to take this guy out. I still have sidestep to get the supremacy, but boom, he pops a healing potion. That healing potion, well, I'm thinking, okay, I'll still be alright. I can make 3 attacks. I'll still get to this guy. And he equips the Formless Key on his fighter in the back for passive glory. It freaked me out a little bit, but still, I'm really thinking I'm going to get back into the game taking out his leader. But he plays Illusionary Fighter and teleports his guy all the way back to his end. This point, I'm freaking out. I now have 2 more dead objectives in my hand. I don't even know if I'm going to score supremacy because he could have a card that pushes me off the objectives. I'm just too far behind. I'm only going to catch up by 3. I can't even make a charge, so I decide to start bailing on my objective cards. So I start discarding everything that I can't score in hopes that I can put something together to catch up in this game. Because being down 5-0, that's a big comeback to come back from. So again, activation 4, I discard another objective, and thankfully I got hold objective 3, which I knew I'd be able to score. So at least I was going to come out of this round with some glory. I decided to play Confused Priorities. So I figured he was going to have a card, Tactical Supremacy 1 and 2. So I switched my Objective 5 for his Objective 1. And as soon as I did that, he equipped the Fractured Key, which is if you hold Objective 5. So I literally just handed him an objective that allowed him to score 2 more glory. So now he's got a fighter on there with 2 keys, being able to score an easy 3 extra glory. At this point, I am not feeling good about this game. He's at 6, but I know he's going to get another 3 glory standing on that objective, and I'm just in a rough spot. Now, thankfully, I got the Formless Key and a Destiny to Meet, which will be 2 passive glory at the end of the game. But it's not looking good, because if you look at my objectives, I got Precise Use of Force and Arm's Length. Those are 2 objectives where I need to be taking fighters out of action and making attacks, but I'm way too far away to be able to do that. So I really had no choice but to just bail on my objectives again. So I start discarding them, knowing that I had more hold objective cards in my deck somewhere, and really at this point all I can do is try to stop the hemorrhage. Now, I did notice that he placed his leader 1 hex away from the guy standing on the objective with the keys. So you're going to notice that now that I have all of my objectives, hold 4, hold 1, and tactical 3-4, which I know I can score all 3, I start digging through my power deck to try to get Confusion. Because what Confusion would have let me do is actually teleport the guy on that objective off with his leader, and that would have shut him down by 3 glory. So here I am, fingers crossed. I was sweating at this point, but no, I do not draw Confusion. Only 4 cards left in my deck. I can't get it. So we go to scoring. He gets to 9, and I get to 10. I can't believe I pulled off the win. I think he turtled a little too early, but hey, I will take it.